Yeah. Alright, welcome back to the Crazy Coleman's Pokemon Soul Silver version run-through. I'm going to go over the Pokemon we've seen so far first, before I actually start anything. I don't have to say anything about Chikorita, I don't like him. Totodile. Pretty big attackers. As I've probably said before, if I haven't already, I'm saying it now. Totodile are pretty good with their attack stat, but their special attack kind of sucks, so why they're water types is beyond me. Eventually they'll evolve into Croconaw at level 18. I know I mentioned that. And then I think at 34 they evolve to Feraligatr, and they just get this ridiculous attack stat, you know, and then you look at their special attack, you're like, why is this a water type? Cyndaquil, which I don't have in the Pokédex, is in an opposite manner, but since it's a fire type, you kind of expect its special attack to be pretty doggone high. What's ridiculous is it learns a lot more physical moves. In its natural move pool, you know, it learns Rollout and Quick Attack. And it learns Flame Wheel, which originally was a special move, but switched to physical. And then, of course, it learned Swift, which did the exact opposite. But let's see. We've got Pidgey, normal flying type. Its best stat is speed, and that continues till it evolves into Pidgeotto, and then to Pidgeot. I don't know the levels for certain. We've got an empty slot here. And then we've got Hoot Hoot, and I've already mentioned Hoot Hoot and Noctowl have pretty powerful special defense stats. What I didn't mention is their attack stats aren't all that great. Their special attack makes up for that, but same problem with Totodile. They learn a lot more, or same problem with Cyndaquil. They learn a lot more physical moves and special moves. And this is actually even more ridiculous with Hoot Hoot and Noctowl, because like, their special stats are through the roof. Their physical stats are really pathetic. They have pretty good health, and they're moderately fast, so I guess it's kind of the payoff there. You got Rattata, which is speed. When it evolves to Raticate, I don't even remember when that is either. It becomes more of an attacker than a speedster, but it's still incredibly fast. But I wouldn't recommend using one. You got Sentret, which is pretty much the same thing, except when it evolves to Ferret, it's still insanely fast. And then the last Pokemon we've seen so far has been Weedle. And Weedle is only seen in Soul Silver version or the bug catching contest, and I'll get into that when we get to it. I'll probably do that like after game video or something like that. But Weedle is bug poison type. I'm probably not going to use one because, you know, Weedle and Caterpie are the interchangeable ones, and Caterpie is better than Weedle. I'm going for this version because there's another Pokemon I'd prefer to have. That, and I don't want to put up a Spinarak. But anyway, Weedle, like I said, bug poison. I don't really know Beedrill's stats that well, primarily because I never think about using them. And I never think twice about deciding not to use them. But anyway, now we've got that underway, it's time to run the gauntlet of Route 30 trainers. You challenge me to a battle, Joey, I swear I will kill you. We're up here. What makes this guy any better than the other one? You're a Pokemon trainer, right? And you've got a battle. Because apparently these two are the same guys, and he's staying up there. What makes Mikey any better than Joey? He's got two Pokemon. One's a level 2 Pidgey. I think it was that level 2 Pidgey that saved him in the fight. And I say that for a very good reason. If I can knock out this Pidgey, you'll see why. But I think that Pidgey kind of saved him in the fight. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm going to level up Victor so much. He's got another Rattata. As a matter of fact, it's a level 4 Rattata. Where have we seen a level 4 Rattata before? Oh, that's right. Everywhere. There aren't that many Pokemon games where you don't see Rattata. Or Raticate, for that matter. Matter of fact, I think you even see him in Hoenn. Of course, I never played a Hoenn game, so I wouldn't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure you can see Rattatas in every region. Because you've got Raticate in Unova. I don't know about this new region, but if Pikachu shows up, I'm pretty sure Rattata will. Because that happened in Sinnoh. That's happened in Johto and Kanto. Because they were introduced in Kanto. And of course, they migrated over to Johto, because the only thing that stood in the way was a couple of mountains. And those things can get across mountains, I'm sure. Okay, fortunately, this person will not fight you. Don't worry about trying to run around her. I don't know why it's shaking so much. Anyway, new kind of trainer here. Instead of bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. Aren't you special? Wouldn't happen to be Don Corleone, would you? No, anyway. I mentioned Beedrill. I'm pretty sure it's a physical attacker. Because, Butterfree, mixing, Hoenn and Kanto Pokemon. But Butterfree is a special attacker, generally. And I think it's going to be kind of a running gag in Pokemon, where you've got these Pokemon with physical types who have ridiculously high special attack stats and really weak special stats, or really weak physical attack stats. Sorry, I can't talk today. I don't know if that's intended or that just happened. But, hey, what can you do about it? Alright, another stinking Caterpie. God. Caterpie Corleone. Oh, God. I hate tackle. I hate sauerkraut. That's all I'm really trying to say. I'm sorry, but a doe I missed is not enough. If you heard me face palming just then, don't be surprised. Oh my god, that's evil. I'm switching to Jaggery, and I should have named it Crikey, regardless of the fact it's female. I'll probably fix that later. I just think, you know, Totodile's nickname, Crikey, it's probably gonna be male. I just assume that. And I don't know why I assume that automatically. You know what? I'm going to use Leer, and I'm going to switch Pokemon on you. Just to annoy you. Because I'm Chromon, and I can do that. And I will do that, because I'm just that way about it. If you happen to choose Heart Gold version, I'm pretty sure these trainers Pokemon are pretty much always the same. Now you're dead. Yeah, die. Go die in a hole. Good lord. Good lord, have mercy. Good lord, have mercy. You're too strong. Alright. Now, let's get off this route, for crimini's sake. You know, I guess it could be worse. I could have been poisoned by now. By the way, before you even make it past this ledge, you'd get the call from your mother if you didn't go back to the house. while you were still in New Bark Town after visiting Mr. Pokemon and almost getting arrested. Okay, Kakuna. What a Weedle hopes to become. I hope this works. Kakuna and Metapod are the evolved forms of, respectively, Weedle and Caterpie. Yeah, it's Kakuna and Metapod, I was right. I sometimes mix them. But, a wild Kakuna or a wild Metapod, and this goes the same for Silcoon and Cascoon if you find them in the wild, they only know one move, Harden. So, do something to stop them from attacking, or knock them dead as quickly as possible, because they're just going to raise their defense constantly. Like, lay them down with a good psychic type attack or something. I mean, you do something like that, and you got the battle made. Case in point, it used Harden. Blasted Kakunas. I am almost out of power points. Well, I'm not going to bother going all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Not when I'm in the home stretch here. Did you see that lousy attack stat, though? That's what I'm talking about. You know, you got these Pokemon you expect to be physical attackers, and they just have the worst attack stats in the book. By the way, you probably saw that gate on Route 29. That leads to a different route, and I should have pointed that out sooner, because I've actually tried using one of the Pokemon on that route. That route shows 2 new Pokemon also. Geodude, which most Pokemon fans probably know about. And there's one in this cave. I'm going to go ahead and try showing it. If I can click the right button, I can show it. But I'll try showing this. The other one's Spearow. It's kind of... it's just another normal flying type. It's kind of like Pidgey's one evolution evil cousin. You know, something like that. And I hate this place. Oh my god, I hate this place. I'm gonna make sure I get Flash on one of my Pokemon, because this is not doing wonders for my camera. Well, there's one. Alright! Anyway. Geodude, rock ground type, very defensive. But since it's a rock ground type, a good water or grass attack will knock him flat on his face. And the females, I like to call them Geodudettes. I'm probably going to make that joke a lot. Atta girl, Jaggery. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hey, failure's an option. Okay, that's actually a good pose. Why can't I do that more often? Back here, Black Apricorn. Turns into a heavy ball, or... I'll get into more of that later, but... give me a sec, I gotta go, have dinner. I'm finally back. God, I hate doing stuff like that. No, I don't want to read this, bro. There's another Pokemon that appears out here, but I'm gonna probably get into it later because I usually don't find it out. I did not mean to do that. I usually don't find it out here. I'm probably going to run some most wild battles. Don't kill the game first. I'll run some wild battles. I'm sorry, the camera just is not wanting to cooperate all of a sudden.
So, there we go. Oh, I missed. There. And fortunately, this guy won't fight you. Let's see what you have to say, though. If I can reach you. Alright. Dark Cave was the cave we were in where we couldn't see a thing. Hey, you look familiar. I got past you because you're slow. Okay? Versus recorder, that's actually kind of useful in a certain way. It actually is how you can keep a record of what you've labeled as your favorite Pokemon. Not an easy thing for me to decide. And I'm going to say something right now. I didn't really want to bring it up later, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up now so I have somebody complain. I don't like Pikachu as a Pokemon in general, primarily because it's very overrated. It's good as a smasher. I'll say that. Pikachu can be a really good smasher in the Smash Bros. Series, but by the way, talk to this guy, and he'll give you a trainer class. God, I hate the ones I always get. I always get the really crappy ones. I don't understand that. And if you talk to this guy here, if you tell him 4 correct words, and they change the pen, they constantly change. But if you tell him 4 correct words, they'll give you 4 Pokemon eggs. I think one of them hatches into a Mareep, another hatches into a Wooper. I don't remember all of them. And if you come in here, this guy collects Pokemon and asks you for a Bellsprout and says he'll give you an Onix in exchange. If you happen to have a Bellsprout, or if you happen to have a spare Bellsprout, I should say, then I recommend you trade it, because Onix are surprisingly good Pokemon. But more on Onix later, when we start running into them. I'll say one thing right now, they're a pain in the butt to try to catch. Compared to pretty much every Pokemon we've seen so far. Like, I've had easier times capturing certain legendary Pokemon than an Onix. Like Zekrom, I only had to throw 2 luxury balls to capture that one. But the catch rate for Onix is supposed to be higher, I think. And I have a harder time capturing an Onix. Like, it takes me 5 or 6 great balls to actually do that. And I don't do much damage to Zekrom, but I pretty much put Onix down to almost no health at all. And then I put it to sleep and I still can't catch it. That's annoying. But anyway. Violet City. You got the Pokemon Mart. You've got this house here where they will reveal nicknames of the Pokemon after. Is that here or is that? I think that's actually in Kanto. I could be mistaken. What else is this house then? No, this is the house. Yeah, okay, I was right. But anyway, talk to that one guy I was talking to earlier. You get the HM for Rock Smash, and I recommend you get that as soon as you possibly can. because you're going to need it. I don't know, you're probably going to need it, like, after the 4th gym. So you've got a little extra time, but if you're looking for something like I am, like I'm going to be, then yeah, go ahead and grab one. Go ahead and grab it. Anyway, talk to this guy. Bonjour, you're a trained battle gym leader. When you did? Is that so? Then study show you. Follow me. Okay, I'll follow you, Master Yoda. Play at something special, you shouted. Here, teacher I am. Good it is you study here. Alright, so that's Pokemon Trainer School. He'll tell you a lot of interesting tidbits. And when he's talking about battling the gym leader, for those of you who haven't played a Pokemon game, he's talking about the person in this building. Well, this looks like it's going to be easy. Yeah, you're Faulkner, right? Okay. Alright, so we gotta go to Sprout Tower. That's great. That's just great. We have to go over to the Sprout Tower. This gets into the Pokemon that I didn't introduce along the route we were just on. Partly because it's so difficult to find one. But I'll say one thing, you're gonna want something able to take this down. They all use 2 Pokemon. Or they all use, everyone uses one of that species of Pokemon, and the last 2 people will use Hoothoot as well. But before we get into that, Apricorn Tree, the yellow apricorn, can be turned, if I remember correctly, into... I don't even remember now. I think it's... Let's see, there's the friend ball. Excuse me for a minute, I'm going to check. Oh, that's the Pokemon I was actually talking about. Whoops. Bellsprout is a grass poison type. So, the only chance you actually have of doing any heavy damage to one of these is to get a Spearow or a very high level Hoothoot or Pidgey, and using the flying attacks on it. Because chances are, if you've got a Hoothoot, you don't have a psychic attack, it'd probably be better. And then of course, grass is weak to ice, and you probably don't have an ice type attack unless you've really been ridiculously grinding a Totodile. Like I think Croconaw is the evolution that is capable of doing an ice thing that we're going to come across. Of course, you're probably going to evolve your Pokemon the first chance you get. I cannot remember what the yellow apricorn is. Give me a second. Oh! Anyway, this is one of the Pokemon I've actually been intending to capture. This isn't a Reap. It's an electric type Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 2. It evolves to Flaffy and then evolves to Ampharos. and it is a very powerful special attacker. But like Hoot Hoot and pretty much everything else it's probably going down on the screen, it's got a pretty weak attack stat. And before I get into my reap, I intend to find out that which I know not. Okay, Moonball! Totally useless Pokeball in this game, because the only Pokemon that evolved by the main stone that you can catch are, I think, both male and female Nidoran, and the Jigglypuff and the Fairy Lines. And the only time you're able to capture a member of the Jigglypuff line, if my memory serves, is in the Safari Zone, which is not going to help us any. But, Mareep are annoying for one big reason. It's their ability. They almost always have the static ability. And the only time they'll have anything other than static is if it's, like they're always going to have static unless it's, like, Gen 5 Pokemon. Or, you know, getting it from Dream World or something like that. Then they'll have a hidden ability. But I don't remember what the hidden ability is. Anyway, Pokeball time! Let's get a little more depth into Duskrat and Mareep. Mareep is not actually a Pokemon I intend to keep on the team, but I'll use him as long as I need him. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, special attack, then special defense, and everything else is balanced out. But I have no idea what I'm going to call Mareep. I'm probably not going to use him much, so I'll just give him a stupid name. Why not? I did this in white version. Anyway. But there is a Pokemon I actually want to catch out here. I don't think I'm going to find him. The minute I say that! The minute I say that! Unfortunately, it's the wrong gender. Like, a lot of the names I come up with, it's kind of gender specific. So... this one is probably the most conforming to that rule, because I'm actually making a reference with a name, and it's probably to a kids movie that nobody in the viewing audience has ever seen. And they're probably going to take it as something else. But before we get to that, let me check Bellsprout. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I can't, so I'm going to find it, and it's always in the middle of something. Yeah, okay. So, Bellsprout has a very crappy special defense. It's got a pretty good attack and special attack, and everything else is balanced out. So, I guess it's a pretty good Pokemon. I generally don't use Bellsprout because, you know, grass poison, they're weak to so many types, it's nuts. But let's take a look at our Flappy. Yeah, I called him Woolite. Adamant nature scatters things often. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Lowers the special attack and boosts the attack. That's not right. Oh my god. Why do you do these things to me? Oh well. I'll go ahead and put Woolite at the lead of the team. Okay, I'll get the Ducks. But if I actually tried to list all the poison type Pokemon. I generally won't use poison type, but probably the big one for me, if it's not gonna be Ekans, which I intend to use in this, it's gonna be Venipede. And if I do, if Venipede appears in X and Y, I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna definitely use Venipede. I don't care what else is in it, because Venipede, I don't know how much attention it actually gets, but it definitely needs a good deal of attention, because they're actually really good Pokemon when they evolve. But I don't know why I'm getting into Generation 5 Pokemon, because, you know, this is Gen 4. By the way, Walking Pokemon is probably the best mechanic I've ever seen. The only time it's appeared throughout the entire game is Yellow version, which was based off the anime. And the reason that Pikachu, which is the only Pokemon that stays out its Pokeball throughout the entire game, the reason that Pikachu stays outside its Pokeball is the game's supposed to be based on the anime. And everyone has seen the anime knows after Pikachu hates its Pokemon. And of course that happened. Of course that happened. What? How much you want to bet that this thing's gonna hit me and not get paralyzed? And I'm gonna not do any damage this entire fight. I'm talking with a really odd accent that I don't really recognize. Did I call that? Did I not call that Pipkin? Arceus. This is nuts! Wait! Why you do these things to me? I did nothing to you. I know why these are appearing constantly. I am stupid. Because I totally forgot that having a Pokemon with static at the lead of your team increases your chances of finding another electric type. I totally forgot about that. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Oh, Pokemon I'm definitely not gonna use. I did like, I do have to admit, the concept of Looper constantly being happy despite having no arms, or the concept of that making him the king of awesomeness, I like that. It's just, I've never seriously considered using a Looper. Like, I mean, yeah, they're water ground types. I don't know. I just don't know. They're water ground types, so they only have one weakness, but it's a severe weakness to grass attacks. So it's kind of hard to tell if it's worth it or not. I can't have some really crappy moves at this point in the game. And of course that happened. I'm not gonna blow up like last time. And everyone thought that was fun. What is with the game? This is probably going to be the recurring gag. I'm lost. Maybe you should. I have lost my sense of direction. Oh well, have you tried Harry Krishna? Yeah, it's gonna be the running gag. I tell you. What is with this game? Watch, I'm not gonna catch it. It's gonna pop out of the Pokeball on the first. It's not even gonna take one. It's gonna pop right out of the Pokeball, and then it's going to wake up, and then it's gonna attack me, and Hoot Hoot's gonna faint. If I call it perfectly, I'm ending this right here. Thank God I was wrong. What was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, list of poison types. Ekans is good. Venipede, like, Venipede's a bug poison type, and it's the only bug poison type I actually would ever consider using seriously. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are okay. Like, Beedrill I don't like. Venomoth, you're gonna see two of these in the game. They're gonna get annoying fast. Grass poison type's the only one I would ever consider using is Bulbasaur. Well, maybe Roserade, I guess. Anyway, Ekans is the first, or is the, second Pokemon I intend to keep on the team the entire time. And I gave it the wrong name. I gave it the name I usually give it. See, I usually call these things Tox. God, I hate this thing. But that's not the name I'm gonna give it. Like I said, the nickname I usually give is Tox or Dr. Toxin. And the one I'm going to give Ekans this game is, as I said, a reference, and Are you kidding? Oh my god. You have got to be kidding me. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and heal up here because I'm not gonna, he's not gonna live. But anyway, no, my Ekans here, Pokemon I actually decided I'd use after talking to, Final Fort. And, Final Fort's the, one of the two friends who I intend to, make a big part of this. But, no, after talking with her, I was like, you know, I'm probably not going to use a normal type on this team by the end of it. I'd be better off using a poison type, because at least they have some resistances. I mean, they might have a lot of weaknesses. Poison types only have 2 weaknesses. But, like, poison types have actually really good resistances. Anyway, next time I do intend on taking down that last trainer, finishing off that route, and then heading for Sprout Tower. But I was like, you know what, why don't I just use a poison type? I mean, at least it does super effective damage against someone. But, it's nuts. I'm insane. I guarantee that nobody understands how I think. Anyway, so our 4 Pokemon right now, yeah, that's the name I gave it. We have Hexus. Ooh, you love my toxic love. Anyway, lax nature, often lost in thought. Okay, fair enough. Let's actually take a look at that man's stats. I got the book right down here. I don't have, like, specifics, but I can tell what it excels most in. Yeah, Ekans evolves to Arbok, and its 2 best stats are its speed and its attack. You couldn't tell based on Hexus. But everything else is pretty much well balanced, even though its health is a big piece of crap. Let's see, the moves it has are Wrap, Leer, and Poison Sting. You can't see that right now. It's a really bad damage dealer right now, but yeah, I'm gonna work on Hexus a lot. I'm going to use Sprout Tower to work on Hexus and Woolite a lot. Like, Hexus, Woolite, and Victor are the ones who need the most work on him right now. Jaggery is just... Hexus needs the most work on him. You know, he's 2 levels behind Woolite. Woolite's 1 level behind Victor. Victor's 2 behind Jaggery. Jaggery's just sitting pretty there. And I swear I'm going to get that name. I swear I'm going to get that name changed to Crikey. I don't care whether it's female or not. That's gonna drive me nuts the whole time. I don't believe it, you know, it's just insane. Anyway, but, that's 3 Pokemon I've intended to have, with me when I finish this. So, with Hexasauricide, as well as Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and Captain Jerry, this is the Crazy Coleman saying, 谢谢, 再见. Thank you, and goodbye. If I can turn this off.